You are looking live at the stadium rink where we got an incredible M3 semifinal coming up for you. The Tampa Spartans and the MTSU Blue Raiders. This is going to be a phenomenal game. It's been a terrific division. The winner of this game is going to play tomorrow in the championship for the conference. The College Hockey South Trophy is in the building. Tonight, later on, you're going to have Florida Gulf Coast taking on the University of South Florida Bulls. One of those four teams is going to hoist the cup tonight. We've got a great crew. We got the Owls TV here. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. MTSU 18-5. Number one until last week when the Russian judge hit them and knocked them down to number two. They had a bye Friday. They played UCF yesterday, ended up 9-0, 62 shots on goal. Siciliano had 4 goals, 2 assists by Chunch, and 3 assists by number 9, my man Linder Palmer. Actually, his parents sitting right in front of us too. And I got to go to Italy or France with them, with Palmer and Chunch and a couple of others, College Hockey South All-Stars. The Tampa Spartans, how did they get here? They had to play in. They got Riddle 5-1 Friday. Valencia had the game-winning goal. McMillan and Joyce had a couple of penalties for fighting, so boys will be boys. And Ench got the win on that. On Friday, a USC team took them to the distance. They ended up winning 4-3. Hoffberg with the game-winning goal there. Want to welcome my partner, Devin Sarah here. Devin, how are you?
Wonderful, Lewis. We just saw a terrific women's Tampa and Florida semifinal. How about Florida in that fight? But the Tampa Spartans going back to the CHS women's final. But meanwhile, in M3 here, Middle Tennessee, they have rolled and looked like how we thought they have with their experienced players. Tampa, they've had a rocky slope to the end of the season, but this tournament has gone terrific for them. Dramatic win, and you talked about it over South Carolina. I really feel like this is a matchup that everybody's been waiting for in this division, and it's awesome that we get it right here in Coral Springs.
Well, here's one thing that's going to be new news to some if you weren't with us last night. Tampa 2 was playing. Kyle Myers got hurt. Fontana, the backup, the other goaltender, is already out for Tampa. He's got a concussion and a senior. They don't know if he's going to make it back. They pulled up Zane. Eddie Zane was in net last night.
Yep, he
was. You
was.
were with us when we did the game. Zane this semester, 6'3" 289, 894. That's for Division III. They had to pull him up. So I don't know who's going to play for Division II tonight. We don't know who's going to play Division III. Zane's going to play Division III or
sure.
Division II tonight.
I'll say this to you, Lewis. Luke Ench has been a really good goaltender for them out of Whippany, New Jersey. 2-1-0 record. That's a little bit different now. Seton Hall prep product. Here's why they go with him. Even though Eddie Zane is a player of the month for them in the past, even though he's been their main starter, what that brings with him and maybe Aiden Miller is a combination of young guys that have size. Luke Ench, 5'8", 150, but he moves around fast. Aiden Miller, a little bit bigger, 6'0", 150. The point is they are very good products from the New Jersey area. They can either play that switch side. If Tampa really wants to help them out, they already clear lanes. They're a physical team. That's going to be their strong suit. I don't know if they can match the speed. We've seen them have that this year against teams like UCF. But Middle Tennessee, their emphasis is going to be the middle of the net, crashing through the box of the defense and trying to make life tough.
Well, now for this Blue Raiders team, they are an experienced group. They've got 7 grad students on here. They play hard, they play fast, they're experienced. That experience took over yesterday as they wiped out UCF 9-0. UCF has many freshmen, but this team, give them credit. They took that UCF team, they used all their experience, they used all their speed, and they played terrific. So Kopech played last night. He's not going to play right now. It looks like they're going to start Williams in net. Oh, I'm sorry. He's only 8-1-2. and a 3.58 goals against with an 898 save percentage. What I like, Devin, about this team, beside all the grad students, tons of talent from the state of Tennessee.
Well, they're homegrown, but they're older guys. The Nashville Spartans, Nashville Junior Preds, you look up and down the lineup, former NCAA D3 is where JJ made his money in recruiting. And a lot of these guys, they didn't finish the job when they were in juniors. They didn't get those championship wins. This is a collection of players that know how to win together, and they have not gotten a title in AAU or ACHA, and they have something to prove on the ice. You see a number 2 team, you think, well, they're the best in this conference. But they told us after that loss to South Carolina 2 weeks ago, they're frustrated. They were angry the way that ended. They don't expect to split with a team like that. They are going to bring everything they have in this. We're getting ready for a great semifinal.
All right, we'll have our starting lineups coming up here for you. Just a minute.
Starting netminers for both sides. First, the visiting 5th seed Tampa Spartans. They turn to Luke Ench today for a 3-2-0 record, 4.43 goals against average, .869 save percentage. As for the Blue Raiders, they turn to Grant Williams, 8-1-0 this year, 3.58 goals against average, .898 save percentage. 2 shutouts. He was net with Aiden Kopech yesterday, 41. All he stopped in UCF, and a 9-0 win over the Knights.
You can feel the energy in here. You can feel the tension. You see the juices flowing on both benches. We got a sideline reporter. He looks way better in blue than he does in green down between the benches tonight. Cam. Cam. I think we may have missed you there, so we'll come back to you in just a sec.
We'll get them, but for this semifinal, Lewis, this is it, a matchup we've been waiting for. Tampa and Middle Tennessee from Coral Springs, Florida. College Hockey South Men's Division III playoffs. Beechler from the point, Middle Tennessee, you better not blink. They flew 20 seconds into the game yesterday. they scored, Lewis, and it's a theme for this team to really put the team they're against on the back burner. Good first stop for Luke Ench. The follow-up from Chunchikov went through the blue crease.
They started quick right now. Antonacci went down on that first 10 seconds.
Yeah, Atanasio, a defenseman that moves the puck well. Middle Tennessee, their emphasis J.J. Murray had was get fast north to south. That's what their top line does. This is them. Lyndon Palmer, the captain. Smash, trying to get physical to start this game, is Alan Weitzman. Blocker stop, Ench trying to get settled in. Siciliano, around the horn it goes. DeMumbrum at the half boards. Rifled one, wide of goal. Catching up to it. Finally on the far wing, moving through center. DeMumbrum back into the Tampa zone. Reversing fields. Blue Raiders looking for an intercept. They get one. Handling DeMumbrum. Couple of points yesterday. He gets decked to the applause of the Tampa bench. Puck is caught up behind the netting, and that's why we'll stop play.
Boy, if you wanted to see big, fast, and physical, you come to the right place. Tell all your friends here to join us on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. You can see a quick start. So far, all the ice tilted in front of this MTSU team, and Ench a busy man already.
Kent Nussbaum, assistant coach. Tom Murphy for J.J. Murray in his third season. We have a little bit ice issue at the far kick plate, Lewis. They are digging in pieces over there. You see them on your screen trying to fill that gap. They're going to resume and get the face-off to the left of Luke Ench.
I think the Raiders are so fast they'll skate right over it.
Let's hope so. That buck went right towards the area they were just working on. And Tampa gets some space to work it out of the zone. Rifled in from Sickles. In and out of the hands. First stop of this game for Grant Williams.
Boy, great chance there.
Just one loss on the year for the Middle Tennessee State netminder. Look out, 3-on-2. If the Blue Raiders hurry, they get Ogle with a break. Right side chance. Shaded too far to the outside. And Ench was ready with the low pad. Catching up to this near side. Brennan Ogle smashes hit. Catching up, Weitzman. They try to dig the puck free. Flips over to Mumbrum to the trapezoid. After it is Weitzman. Got it ahead. Clean breakout coming. They get it to the middle of the ice and into the hand and out. Catching it is Anthony Banis, the member from the Fighting Illini State. Kieran battles opposite Ogle. 13 in blue. He's caught up near the hooking call. Lavolo got away with it. Up at the point, unable to hold it in was Placentia from Franklin, Tennessee. Send it in from the red line. No icing. Tampa's Jake Nealing, freshman, handles. Pursued by Yesnak. Out of Michigan, Wyandotte he calls home. Taken away at the Panthers logo.
Close to your neck of the woods?
Very, very close. From Southeast Michigan, 17:09 in this first. Number 5 seed Tampa, number 1 Middle Tennessee State. Trying to cut to the middle. Sickles was poke checked. Lyndon Palmer with Siciliano. 4 goals last night for number 27. Lyndon had 3 assists. Sickles finds room after the poke check. Off goes that line with Valencia, who forced the turnover. The dump in from Sickles. Moved out of harm's way. Low slot. DeMumbrum comes in to clean up that loose puck. Rather Chunchikov. Puck is way out of play, and a fan had it pop in and out of his left hand.
You know, last night when we were talking about the UCF MTSU game, I think it's the same strategy for Tampa tonight. You got to absorb that first punch or two because you know they're coming out strong. But I think the way you got to play this Tennessee team, I think you've got to attack, but it's got to be a counterattack. I don't think you can just go run your full offense. You okay over there?
Oh, I'm great.
Oh, I don't think you can just go ahead and take off and start sending guys and hope you can make a long stretch pass. I think you got to make sure all 5 guys are playing defense and just got to be terrific in the back and then counterattack because this speed is deadly.
Lewis, you talk so much about the speed, and your keys for UCF was their defenders had to carry the puck well once they get it. And that first pass is so important. You'd have to think an experienced coach like Jack Walsh, former player, is emphasizing his blue line. We'll talk about that and more throughout this broadcast. Lyndon Palmer, it's offside against Tampa.
Yeah, the Tampa Spartan program, the men's and the women, well, the Division II men and the Division III men, all the coaches, all former players. You got Walsh, Brendan McDonald, Carter Haynes, Stephen Buck is the communications director, and you've got the others on the Tampa 2 bench. So a lot of love for this program.
Good start to this game for Tampa. You mentioned it's a player-led program. Many guys in this played during the ACHA days. Here's a break to the net. Scores! Ogle, a perfect feed for the opposites in Brendan. And it's 1-0 Middle Tennessee State.
Wow, what an absolute dynamite play. As you see him come across, Ogle gets the goal.
Which one?
I was just going to say.
Kieran to Brendan.
Give Kieran a lot of credit because he drove that puck hard, sucked everybody over, made a beautiful pass. And you know what? If Brendan doesn't bury that, there's going to be some brotherly love going on at home. But that was a terrific play by the Ogle boys.
And like that, Middle Tennessee, like a lightning rod, starts this game 1-0. They are in control to begin. The Ogle line stays out there, fighting hard for the puck free against A.J. Lavulo. Worked it up to the alternate captain, Ethan Gelman, a senior, Morganville, New Jersey, he calls home. Has been very active, top 5 in scoring this season. Sharp angle try to the net. Williams sprawls out. There's a skate blade in his way, and the puck was kicked free. Active shift, Gelman all over the front of the net. Tampa moves it to the left side. They switch places from the slot. Left dots, look to the net. Good block in front. Stepping into that was Max Ratliff, and they score! To the front of the net from the right side. Less than a minute later, the Spartans answer.
Hoffberg with the goal. He had the overtime winner last night. He is a second-generation Hoffberg to play for this Tampa Spartans team. And the difference between tonight and last night for this MTSU team, they gave up their first goal, and the Tampa Spartans team, they got hit in the mouth, and they came right back on a counterattack, tagged MTSU, and we're tied at 1. We haven't even played 5 minutes.
Tampa able to retrieve that puck from Grant Williams, sprawling out, and simply put, could not get that free. Lewis, that's a killer when you can't glove a puck down, because that's what can happen. A team cycles it from the point, and Hoffberg on the doorstep. Number 86 in red, a huge goal as Tampa answers.
And he is Mr. Assist for Tampa, and he's had 2 incredibly big goals this weekend.
10th of his regular season and playoffs. Left side over the net, it sails high. Ripped free by Yuli Lima. Former transfer from Trine University, ACHA Men's Division II. To the front of the net, scores! They have done it again! Great tip, 2-1 Tampa leads.
What heart and hustle, the Tampa Spartans. They are coming out, firing right at the net. You got a deflection, Lair hopped with that one. They just, you know what? That puck was dumped in and went between the MTSU defender's legs into the corner. They won the loose puck. That battle for the loose puck is so key. They make one pass, a deflection, and it's a 2-1 lead. Who'd have thought that a minute ago?
Just unreal. Thrown in front and a perfectly placed twig. That's the right skate. Tough start for Grant Williams, but fireworks in this semifinal. Tampa, maybe some of that overtime energy carried over. Beechler shoves down a Spartan after laying the lumber, and the Middle Tennessee crowd loves it. Off goes Lehrhaupt, the latest goal scorer.
And the officials letting them play here. Beechler again.
Valencia, puck was signaled offside. They're gonna send this back to Tampa's zone, and Beechler is still talking to the bench, skating away from Jack Walsh's players.
We got a great official out here. Pete's talking to Palmer now. Pete Flores, he works all the Florida Everblades games. He's a terrific official. He just told them enough. He just yelled at Beechler, he yelled at the bench, and he's talking to Palmer.
So a warning for J.J. Murray's bench. Beechler, a physical presence. How many hits did we see on UCF Knights from him last night? Number 3 in white. Palmer off the faceoff draw, ripped it wide. Rimmed out the far boards. To the neutral zone, handled by Banis. And rifle it right back in. Siciliano turned on the Jets, got the worst of it from Cowart. Keeps the play alive. Chunchikov. Awkward bounce off the stanchion, poked out of the back of the net by Palmer. Worked free from Siciliano. Top line goes for Tampa, or rather Middle Tennessee State to the front. Intercept, Cowart was ready. He'll get the lead pass and enter the offensive zone. Right wing, Grant Williams sprayed wide. Cowart tried to steer it back to the front. Sickles there, and Williams had it trickle in under his legs.
Yeah, that came out off Sickles. Williams, couple of big rebounds. Tampa's fired up. They're going to be throwing lots of pucks toward Williams' way.
And remember what's at stake for these teams. Tampa, number 5 seed, number 19 in the country. They are on the outside looking into the top 16 that'll go to ACHA Nationals. Middle Tennessee State, number 2. This game counts for the national rankings, as tomorrow is the final day for the standings to count. A win over Middle Tennessee for Tampa might just put them in the big dance.
Yeah, they got a big task in front of them, but if they win tonight, I think you're right. They'll get enough in the system that they'll get that bid to St. Louis. Only 16 teams out of 140.
We're still not sure of the at-large bids versus the auto bids. There's a chance. Great stop by Ench.
That is a huge play by Ench on Ogle. This time Ogle took the shot instead of making the pass. Ench with the glove save. This game is going to be epic. You could feel it. We're just barely 7 minutes in, and we got a 2-1 game for the Spartans.
Of Whippany, New Jersey. He's only a freshman, but played very well this year. Another face-off draw win, but Tampa gets towards the shooting lane, and it's carried out by Jake Nealing. A steady defenseman. There's that puck-carrying ability for the Spartans on their back end. They dig it free to the front of the net. Rifled wide from Lou DeFalco. They keep the forecheck alive. Back to the near half boards. Puck reverses field. One more throw out in front, and ready for that time was Brendan Ogle, the first goal scorer of this game. Out to Max Ratliff from the Panthers logo at center. Ethan DeMombrum, they called it offside against Middle Tennessee State.
You know what I love? They made the first pass coming through center. It went off a skate, comes right back. Wasted no time making the second pass. Nearly got in anyway. The thought process, the vision of these kids, it's absolutely terrific.
In the neutral zone, Siciliano won it back. Face-off wins for Middle Tennessee State. In the grand scheme, Lewis, they don't really decide the winners of games most of the time, but Siciliano and company do the most with it. Beechler with the forecheck buzzing right now.
They just apply so much pressure that way. Great play. 22 for the Black, Trace Cowart. Look at this.
There's a break, jailbreak. Hoffberg has a man coming! Shot went wide! From the stick of Cal Harrington to the neutral zone.
Sorry about that. Terrific play by Hoffberg. That's Hoffberg at his finest right there. I know he scored 2 big goals, but man, if you play hockey, you want to play with Hoffberg. He goes in, he saw he was going to get cut off. He just turns, makes a quick little spin, a pass right on the tape. And Harrington just shot that one wide, but another great scoring chance.
He was among a 4-headed monster. What makes Tampa so great is their depth scoring. They don't have a guy that stands out with 20 or 30 goals. They have 4 to 5 guys with double-digit goals and 10+ with 10+ points. That is a great mark for a Jack Walsh squad that recruits very well, and this M3 team just as good. Let's not forget, they were number 4 in the country in the top 5 for most of the year. That bouncing puck is gloved down from Grant Williams.
11:27 left here. First period, 2-1 Tampa Spartans. We got it all going here. College Hockey South semifinal 1. Semifinal 2 is 8:45 tonight. The winner of this game plays the winner of that game tomorrow for the Cup.
USF and Florida Gulf Coast. And the Bulls had a 12-5 win over Kennesaw State to get there. Florida Gulf Coast shut out Clemson 5-0. Luke Shen gets there, rather Jacob Schenk.
Thank you.
Flipped up the glass by Ogle. Brendan that time. Banis behind his own goal. Flips it once again, turned over. DeMumbrum doesn't have to get out to the neutral zone. All kinds of pressure. Here's a chance, and gobbled up by Luke Ench.
Ogle comes in, tries to take the shot, it's blocked. Unselfishly leaves the pass. Just a little drop pass for his brother, who takes another shot. They'll have a face-off and a whistle. Pampanetti in there now for the blue and white.
Big forward, 6 foot, 220 pounds, out of Lebanon, Tennessee. Battle for it. Diving plays by Jake Nealing. Did enough to get it ahead. Kieran Thompson has it. Into the hands. AJ Lavula looks back. Wanted to throw it out in front. Nobody could catch it in a red sweater. Red and black. Tampa going from right to left. Middle Tennessee State, left to right. Dug out by Yuli Lima. Held on side with Nealing. Skate away from a forward. Opposite wing! Sickles into the slot. Kieran Thompson lost the puck. Here comes the Blue Raiders with Papanetti. And way out of the net, Ench sees that rush and stops all of it.
I think you're seeing a couple different styles here, right? We talked last night a lot about the MTSU team loves to go north and south, use their speed. Tampa, they love to go east and west. You saw it right there. Sickles just couldn't pull the trigger. He had a wide open net as Williams was going back and forth side to side. A tale of two strategies. We'll see who wins tonight.
Sickles, one of the team leaders in points. There's one by Siciliano. Crashing play, DeMumbrum, Chunchakov rather, all over the front of the net. Back up top for Ratliff. Slides it to his opposite D-man once more. Ench with the initial stop. Cowart dug it from Chunchakov, and it's down the opposite length of the ice. Ratliff to retrieve. Big smashing hit. Reagan Lyon in front for a chance. Just sent wide by Nick McMillan. The Spartans matching the physicality from the Blue Raiders.
That was an absolutely tremendous hit. They did everything but finish on that one.
Cowart has the puck back. Through the middle, takes one of the nets. Might have caught a piece of Williams back out in front. Turnaround try! Another stop by the netminder in Williams. Siciliano with the opposite generated chance. Left side with a shot. Blocked initial stop off the outside of the goal. Posting is off. Officials let Ench recover it, and he does. And it's an icing against the Spartans.
I'll tell you what, there is no fear in the heart of this Tampa Spartans team. They are taking it to this MTSU team. Fast, physical, hard-hitting, everything you could want in a semifinal right here in College Hockey South. We still have 9 minutes left to go, Dev.
Reagan Lyon, a College Hockey South European All-Star, making a big play right there. Not only laid the hit, but created the scoring chance. Rifled wide from Ethan Gelman. Spartans counterattack, Middle Tennessee State. It's that kind of action. 2-1 lead for Tampa. 3 goals in the first 4 to 6 minutes. Standing up hit, Aiden Rodriguez. From the point, another one chopped out in front. Ethan Gelman from the high slot finds a cross-ice pass. Cal Harrington, once again, line in the middle. Rather Gelman, pushed deeper. Taking it away was Yesnak. Fights free. J.J. Landers, grad student, among the many on this Middle Tennessee squad, dances away from defenders at the red line. Tries to cut up ice. Needs a line change and has it. Here comes the Ogle line back with DeMumbrum, Yuli Lima, and Placentia from the Spartans blue line. DeMumbrum tries to crash in. He's boxed out by Gelman. Through the neutral ice. Weitzman wants it. Has it in the right wing to the outside. Sharp angle try. Whistled wide. Out to center. It's reclaimed. The Spartans get themselves a reset. Up ahead it goes. Far right wing. Dan Gallant to the net. Grant Williams way out the challenge. Spartans will shoot it from anywhere right now. Yuli Lima has it behind his own trapezoid and skates away from defenders.
Yeah, Lairport was trying to get a cheap one and bounce it off Williams.
Past the linesman's head. Onside comes Brennan Ogle. Looked for DeMumbrum. Mishandled it. Placentia just dumps it out as Chunchakov and others will change with them. 7 minutes to go in this first. College Hockey South, Men's Division III playoffs from the Panthers IceDen, Coral Springs, Florida. Around the horn, catching it is Palmer. Out to neutral ice, reclaimed by Jake Nealing, the opposite numbers. From the PA glass, Kim Casey of FAU still flinched anyway. Siciliano way into the air, the flip out from Aiden Suss. Cowart sees that, he ices it, and down by the benches, our very own Cam Sharilla has a report on the Middle Tennessee bench.
Hey guys, Cam Sharilla here, and by the way, thank you for the compliment on my outfit, even though I do think I do look good in green. However, speaking of Brendan Ogle, I actually spoke to him before the game, and he actually told me that in terms of preparation for the CHS tournament, he dials in for every practice, and they know that they're going to get their very best when it comes to who they play. And their coach, J.J. Murray, talks about how each individual period is treated as their own game. So it's all about winning the first period, second period, and third period, which ensures that they get a victory.
Yeah, J.J. was talking to me last night and said the exact same thing, Kim. They play 3 games a day. That's the way they look at it. They played like that last night for sure.
And, you know, post-game, the same thing was said by the leadership. Siciliano, Palmer, it's the same message. They're going to need that energy, down 2-1. So Siciliano takes it around the boards. Tampa, good job matching. They have found a way to break through the neutral zone, which UCF had a really tough time with all of yesterday.
A lot more speed out on the ice.
Kieran Thompson breaks through defenders to the outside. Trying to reverse. Poke check by Siciliano. Lyndon Palmer is there. Digs it free from the near corner. With speed. Justin Beechler. Outside chance. Stick save by the netminder Ench. They battle behind the goal. Chunchakov slides it up to the point. From the skate blade. Caught deeper by Ratliff. Siciliano meets at the opposite wing. Switches places with Hawkins. Schenk takes a try to the net. Looking to get in front was Hawkins. Had a goal and an assist last night for number 74 in white.
You know,
Chunchakov and company are off.
That whole sequence started because Beechler got the puck in, made a pad pass, and got a turnover.
Siciliano, great stop by Ench. Came out of the net to challenge. Aiden Rodriguez flips it to the neutral zone. A chance, opposite, Sickles, a man in the middle. Grant on the goal line made the stop. From the point, high slot shooter. Couldn't get through traffic, Nealing.
No stick for Williams.
Has to go off.
Now he
Rather,
picks it
yep,
up.
he gets it now. Sorry, it was a Tampa player going off. Obviously, the netminder, Kent Williams. Far wing. Williams thought there was an icing. And we got some more shoving going on. Chunchakov, or rather Lima, 18, taking exception with a Spartan.
Ryan Joyce going for a shot in the chops. Bad decision there. You're going to be shorthanded. You're playing a great game. You're up 2-1. He's going, he may be fortunate. They may be taking Lima also. If he does, that's a break for Tampa.
And Lewis, did you see who initiated the contact? Would there be any controversy there?
No, Lima did, but I think what happened was when Joyce retaliated, that was it. So he's in for a rough.
Offsetting penalties.
But what I was alluding to earlier, Dev, if we go backwards a couple of minutes, when Beechler got the puck in, he saw Chunchakov going on the far side. He had nowhere to go. He made a pad, he forced Ench to make a pad save, and he kicked it far enough away. But again, heads up play, and that started that flurry of activity for this Blue Raiders team in the offensive end.
And it's been a flurry of activity on both sides. 4:33 in this game. Shots are 11-13 in favor of Middle Tennessee State. And they have had high quality chances all over. Luke Ench settled in. Grant Williams faced the chance. The goals of this game for Middle Tennessee State. Brennan Ogle, the only one from his brother Kieran. And then it was answered less than a minute later by the Spartans, Tyler Hoffberg and Eric Lehrhaupt. So they had a lot of time. Now look, they're taking Reagan Lyon to the box.
Yeah, maybe he got it 2 and 10. I'm waiting for it to come up. Joyce got a penalty for roughing. Lima got a penalty for roughing. I'm not sure what this next penalty is. So he got a 2 and a 10. But they don't have anything up on the board. They get the wrong guy.
Addie, our PA stand operator, alongside Kim Casey, great social media team at Florida Atlantic. And behind me is M2 FAU netminder Rocco Bruno, also newly crowned goaltender of the year. Three-peat, congratulations,
Congrats.
sir. They will take on Tampa tonight, FAU, for the M2 Conference Championship.
It sells for everybody.
Chenchikov in the middle. There was a chance for Ogle, and it slipped off his stick. Siciliano, rim to DeBumbrum. This is a Middle Tennessee State power play. Tampa has to defend the house. Siciliano, DeBumbrum right wing. Looked off defenders. Palmer, back for DeBumbrum. Thinks about it, takes it, and Ench with a confident glove stop.
So the penalties are sorted out. Reagan Lyon, 2 for roughing. Brian Joyce, 2 for roughing. And Lima, 2 for roughing. Those were the first 2 to go on. And the result is a power play opportunity here. 4:02 left, first period, 2-1.
Power play yesterday was perfect through 2 periods for Middle Tennessee State. By that point, the game was already over. Palmer to the net through traffic, blocked by his own man, and Brendan. Sliding to that in the far wing is Siciliano. He'll back it up to the blue line. Ogle, screen hard, checked once, gets away. DeMumbrum thought about it, faked the shot. Right wing has a look if he wants it. Off the top of the goal. Cowart can't get it out. Held on side with Ogle and company. DeMumbrum, minute to go in their first power play. Off the end wall. Cowart knifed it into the air. They say it barely went out of play. So we'll get a face-off draw in Tampa's zone.
Good opportunity for the Spartans now to change a couple of players out. Getting tired. 55 seconds left in the shorthanded opportunity for the Spartans to see if they can kill it off. It would be a huge kill right now because they had a lot of momentum.
To the right of Luke Ench. It's won by the Spartans. And onside, it's held by Middle Tennessee State. Palmer, DeMumbrum, cross ice, Siciliano! Great, stop through traffic and a little bit of shoving. We got number 11, Ogle, Brendan. He's caught up with Aiden Rodriguez. Now, Lewis, how much of that shoving, you said the officials are letting them go. Once they set that precedent, you don't think they can overturn that now, can they?
No, they're 2 experienced officials. Here's what I do like. They're getting in, they're breaking it up right away. But if they've taken them, they're just taking 2. I'm okay with it as long as you let it continue.
Siciliano up to Brendan Ogle. Tipped in front. Couldn't get through. Palmer back on the retrieval. Siciliano nearly out of the line. DeMumbrum held it. Right side. Crash to the net. Scores! Tommy Chenchikov on the power play.
They're going to talk about it first, I think. They're going to talk. The net was off. Pete wants to talk. Right now, Tampa looks like they gave up, and they did. So the referees did the exact right thing. They talked about it. They made the final call. Pete gave the signal. Chunch with the tying goal, 2:57 power play goal. We talked about keeping it between the ears. Not an unselfish, a selfish penalty caused a power play goal.
Chunchikov's third goal of these playoffs. It's the fourth man advantage tally for the Blue Raiders. They went 3 for 5 yesterday. As I mentioned earlier, they were perfect through 2 periods. A big reason why the game against UCF got out of hand early. 2:45 to go in the first period. Semifinal for College Hockey South Men's Division III. Carried out of the zone by Kneeling. Breaks through defenders. Last man there to poke check him away was Aiden Suss from the glass. Play to the opposite, AJ Lavulo. Caught by Valencia. Left wing, Kieran Thompson stood up by Houst. Has help from Kneeling. They dig it free. Entering with speed is Sickles. Wanted to find Kneeling. Threw it out, nearly turned over to Houst. He couldn't get the puck and he iced it. And Houst a little bit confused if he touched it past the red line, but they're gonna say it was icing against Middle Tennessee State.
We'll have a face-off down with 2:11 left, 2-2. Our sideline reporter Cam's gonna go down for first intermission interview. Who are you looking at, Cam?
Right now, I'm kind of just looking at the whole UTampa bench just because these guys seem to be really elated in their performance. The player that I'm looking at right now is number 22, Trace Coward. He seems to be my main guy. So I'll see you guys at the end of the period with number 22 right by my side.
It's a good guy to interview. He's been all over the forecheck for them and blocking shots in front, Lewis. There's a poke check, Siciliano, to keep the offensive pressure on. Met at the half wall by Gelman. Number 24 in black slides it ahead. This is a chance for Hofberg. In the middle, shot rifled wide. Gelman had it. Chunchikov dives to the ice. Coward in front, backhand try, and that one for Harrington wouldn't go. It's out of play, went off the outside of the penalty box doors.
They'll have to stay. House has got to get back on. Officials right on top of that. Again, another little Hofberg spin. Pass right on the stick of Gelman. Just shot it wide that time.
It's been an emphasis for Tampa to draw defenders in and then get a guy in the middle. They've done that kind of play 3 or 4 times and they've missed the net all but one of those. Making life difficult for Grant Williams. Siciliano breaks through defenders and a whistle comes.
Behind the play, we got a slashing call. House going to the box. Big penalty. You got your best player, one of the best players in Division III. He's got a shot in the offensive end, Siciliano. He had 4 goals and an assist yesterday, Devin. And you take the puck out of his hand because you slashed a guy behind the play.
An opportune time with 1:16. Tampa got the lead very quickly, less than 2 minutes apart. Hofberg, and followed up by Lehrhaupt. Now the man advantage. A win and draw back from the points. Handled in front, trying to swim it free. Unsuccessful. Brendan Ogle down to Luke Ench at the opposite end. Retrieved by Rodriguez. His forwards will peel out. Hands it off to Gelman. Flips it across. Entering left wing. Shot fought off by Williams. There to claim it is Jacob Schenk. Held at the far boards. Gelman misplayed it. DeMumbrum was able to intercept. And that's a smart play to go off and get his second unit out there. Soft change with Lyndon Palmer. 33 to go in the period. Caught by Brendan Sickles. Around Siciliano. Slides in. And it's covered by Grant Williams.
We'll have another face-off, 25.2 seconds left in the offensive end. He's gonna change the line. Still an opportunity, if you don't score here, to come out on some clean ice and get your lead back in to take that draw. Valencia for the Spartans. And there's Cowart right here on this near point.
The man that our very own Cam Shirilla will catch up with in about 25 seconds. We have a delay at the PA stand, perhaps about the time, and they reset it to 27.2. Draw one by the Spartans. Barely held onside with Kneeling. Skates away, Palmer shadows him. In front, low slot chance, Cowart directs it to the opposite wing. Hofberg back to Cowart, steers, Kneeling, handles, time winding down. The defense trying to hold, and it's gloved down. 5.6 on the clock, we'll do one more draw.
Great job by the Blue Raiders keeping the puck on the outside. Bouncing puck, Cowart couldn't pull the trigger.
Still 47 seconds left in the penalty, so if they don't score here, it would carry over into the second. Off the draw, won by Middle Tennessee State. Thus, no. Hit it up against the boards. 2-2, fireworks. Brendan Ogle and Tommy Chunchakov on the power play, but answered by Tyler Hofberg and Eric Lehrhaupt. Our very own Cam Shirilla waits by the benches. Shots at the end of the first, 17-15 in favor of the Blue Raiders. In this intense semifinal game, both sides have come to play for what is a win or go home, and especially for Tampa, who's on the outside looking into the top 16 in the country. Trace Cowart, number 22, comes off the ice to a fist bump. Had a very good period, number 22. He isn't a leader with all kinds of pressure. Cowart will make his way to Mr. Cam Shirilla, who's waiting ringside.
All right, guys, Cameron Shirilla here, down here with Tampa defenseman Trace Cowart. Trace, you guys have played pretty well so far, holding your own, tied up with the #1 team in the entire conference. What do you guys need to do to keep this momentum up?
I think, first of all, we need to stay out of the box, but keep our structure. We played pretty well defensively there, and keep getting pucks in deep, getting good shots on net. We saw a couple shots go on this goalie. We should be able to put a few more up on him.
When the time comes for the second period to begin, you guys still have a 42-second power play. How do you guys intend to make sure that puck goes in the back of the net?
Move the puck around and be quick with it. I think we have a really good power play, and we can score on pretty much any team in the league if we move the puck around quick, get good shots on net, and yeah.
Best of luck to you, Trace. Thank you for your time. All right, guys, back to you.
All right, guys, we got 11:14 left in the Zam out. Devin, I thought that was an absolutely terrific period. Doesn't look like a #1 or #2 versus 19. Looks like a terrific battle. Top 4, top 5 teams in the country. I don't know how the rankings work as far as you have some crazy things set up, but so key for Tampa. Their season on the line right now.
Really so. Tampa was top 10 in the country all season long. They had some slip-ups with South Carolina that really hurt them. They got absolutely trounced by USF. Multiple big deficits, 6+, 7+ goals they lost by. One of those scores 10-3, Lewis. This is a very talented team that Jack Walsh has assembled. He's been the Nationals. He knows what it takes. If they win against this Middle Tennessee team, any which way, 1 goal, 2 goals, it wouldn't matter. That strength of schedule and that win percentage would certainly bump up. But 10:15 to go in the time of the intermission. We'll rejoin you for the second period in the M3 College Hockey South playoffs presented by Visit Fort Lauderdale. Back for the second period, College Hockey South, Men's Division III semifinal. Number 5 seed Tampa, number 1 seed Middle Tennessee State. We're all tied at 2, and Tampa has 42 seconds of power play time left. Louis DiPaolo quickly, first period observations heading into the second for both.
I think it's absolutely a terrific game. Keep your head. You don't want to give the other team an advantage for an unfortunate play because you can't keep it together between the ears. Teams are too powerful, too strong.
I saw you conversing with Voice of Penalty Box Radio. Brady Palmer, they score! Brendan Sickles off the bouncing puck. And on the power play, Tampa takes the lead back.
Wow, fortunate bounce. They buried their chance. Sickles with the power play goal. That penalty, I was talking to Mr. Palmer about, that was a penalty behind the play, had nothing to do with it, and it took the puck out of the hands of Siciliano, who had an offensive chance, and look what happens. Instead of going up 3-2, now they're down 3-2, and you gave this Tampa team more life.
20 seconds in, a big-time goal, because Sickles really just took this bouncing puck and made the most of it, crashing out of Tampa, Florida. He is one of the leading goal scorers for a reason, has a knack to finding the net, and a long red line chance will be caught down by goaltender Grant Williams. And, you know, how about both goaltenders just getting so active? It's been much more difficult for Williams in net than it was for Kopech early yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a lot more rubber that he's facing. Again, the east-west part of this Tampa Spartans philosophy coming into play.
Played out of the air. They don't say it was a high stick by Owen Considine. Blue Raiders, first goal scorer of this game, Ogle. Tried to find his brother Kieran, unsuccessful. Turned it back though. Kieran onside, trailing man, right wing. Demambrom to Kieran on net. And Ench didn't know he caught the puck, and now will glove it down.
He didn't know. He put it up. The puck came down. He looked behind him. And it was Weitzman that said, hey, don't worry, you got it. We're good.
Got to be careful there. Do you think there's anything more to that for Ench and net? I mean, goaltenders, when they see those shots so quickly, you're expecting it to whistle past you and have to get ready for the trailing man on the weak side. But there, he had it confidently, or less than confident, and then had to glove it down with help. You see there, around the horn, Middle Tennessee State wants to get active and answer. They are one of the best teams, evident by number 2 in the nation, at answering when the opposition scores. That one just whistled wide, off the end wall glass. Backtracked, pushed out to neutral ice, and it's even to the Tampa zone. And slows the puck down. Ahead it was knifed, intercepted. Here's Nick Houst, tried to go cross ice and got barreled over by Weitzman. Onside, Yuli Lima takes a try. Weak side rebound, went through the back of Ench through the blue crease. Lima give it right back to Weitzman.
Now you got an icing call coming up. You know what? Tampa had a chance to get the puck out. They didn't do it. Critical time in the game because they turned around. Now you see the side-to-side movement from this MTSU team. That puck went right through the paint. It went right across the paint. There was an open net. They just missed it. Tampa's got to be smart. They got to get the puck out and get a line change. It's the second period. It's the long change on top of it.
Face-off win for the Blue Raiders, trying to tip one on the rebound. Aiden Suss almost found pay dirt. Alan Weitzman after it.
This Blue Raiders team, they're dumping the puck. If it comes right back out, they're forechecking 2 guys, forcing Tampa to one side.
Hoffberg, nice pass in front, faked the shot, got it back. That was a nifty move there from Considine. They try to get it again. Williams says no.
Watch the forecheck of this Blue Raiders team next time the puck comes right to center. They waste no time. They turn, they fire it right back in. They're creating their own pressure that way on the Tampa Spartans.
The term we used yesterday was they turn and burn, baby.
Yeah.
Louis DiPaolo, Devin Sir with you, our great Florida Atlantic volunteer staff. Our camera man, Ethan Galvin, along with our producer, Mitch Liswith. For College Hockey South playoffs, day number 3 on this Saturday. That one
Great
sticked
clear
away.
by Ench.
Yeah, saw that one. No room for Siciliano. Wanted to find on the weak side Palmer.
See that right there? They turn, they dump it right back in. They send 3 hard. Chunch got a stick on it. Tampa able to get it through right now.
The counterattack trying to be built by Gelman, and Siciliano denies him. From neutral ice, Coward, the dump in. Rimmed around the horn. After it, Lyon. Palmer through his legs. Banis, flip to the logo. Backtracking Atanasio. Options through the center ice. It catches nobody. Icing waved off, however. Ratliff on top of the puck in the near corner. Challenging Siciliano is Reagan Lyon. They try to dig it free. Lou DeFalco. Rather McMillan. Squirts free to Banis. Played up the glass, and the Blue Raiders are out. Kneeling. Catches. McMillan. Fights through the shoulder all the way to the boards. Yoli Lima. Lou DeFalco digging plays. At the point, sliding left. Lavallo shades, left chance. That one trickled through a number of bodies in the slot.
Dangerous play there.
Siciliano and an old goal. Hooking is kneeling. On comes Demumbrum. Siciliano got stepped into and shot wide by Lyon. At the point, held onside. Tampa catching some maybe tired bodies out there from Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, it's just the reverse of what we saw.
Billy Lima takes exception and will give one last shove to Reagan Lyon going off.
Great job by Williams swallowing that and no rebound, giving his team a chance to change. Now he's complaining to the official, Max Minervini, one of the linesmen out there. Minervini, a great goaltender himself, Florida Gulf Coast. Well, not Florida Gulf Coast, Embry-Riddle. Beat Florida Gulf Coast to get to Nationals that we never got to play because of COVID in Dallas.
And Bob Joyce's AC/DC Embry-Riddle group plays in a consolation game soon today. I think that might be going on right now. M3 was eliminated yesterday. Williams got the puck. It just went off his chest protector, but his defenders recovered. Brendan Ogle has speed. Catches his brother Kieran. Left side, pass to the defense, cut to the net. Stopped by Ench with the pads. Cleared out of the lane. Sickles and company get out of the way. Lima has it. He's smashed to the boards. This one is taken by Sickles. Wrister caught by Williams.
Great back and forth action. You saw the physicality here, but Sickles picks the puck up, makes a couple of moves, got the puck on Williams. He's got to hold on at that point, have a chance for a face-off in the offensive end with a fresh set of bodies.
Papinetti, Asia Rogers, first look at him tonight. Appalachian State, Division III transfer. Was important for them yesterday. Another one off the draw. Glove down and the paraphernalia of Williams. A lot of start and stop to this game. I'll ask you the question, Lewis. Do you think the momentum shifted towards Tampa?
I mean, yes, a little bit, but only slightly, because the speed of the turn and burn Raiders.
In front, great stop by Williams.
There's a momentum changer right there. If you're Middle Tennessee, you're gonna go back and give Williams a little tap. That could have easily been 4-2.
Just robbed Considine on the doorstep. With numbers, the Blue Raiders, right side chance, outside of the goal. Hayden Suss.
They had a 4-on-2, didn't make a pass, and they missed the net.
Hawkins tried to knife it towards Ench. It's flipped out, a reset for Sussin. The Blue Raiders couldn't touch it. Papinetti had to hesitate. Cross ice, kneeling. Too strong, away from Considine. Ench gets an icing whistle. Middle Tennessee doesn't like it.
I thought they were going to wave it off myself, but if you saw that play, if you can go back and look, when the puck went into the defensive end for Middle Tennessee, Rogers right away, Asa Rogers, number 12 for the blue and white, he just took off for the boards. He's given his guy a lane to make the pass. Unfortunately, they missed it, but they waste no time coming back at you.
Wasting no time is Tampa getting back to the scoring. Hoffberg slides it right side. Rodriguez through a number of bodies. Went off a stick of Gelman wide. Run around. Rodriguez recovers. After him is Papanetti. Steering away is Suss. Pressed to the boards by two black sweaters. Gelman in there. Digs it out. It floated in towards the dots. We've got a call, it looks like. Or
we got somebody down? Or the boards? I don't think we got anybody down. The boards.
I was going to
or
say.
The glass.
Yeah.
Something going on with the Zamdor.
Pretty premature. No arm in the air. Yes, that is the Zamboni entrance to the stadium rink here in Coral Springs, Panthers IceDen. Now, Lewis, what are you seeing from this vantage point? A bit tough to look at as it's right blocked from our vantage point at center ice.
I don't know. Pete's working on the door. I think maybe the glass of the door. It looks like we're going to have an official's timeout here to get this fixed. Cam, down there in the corner next to the Middle Tennessee bench. What's going on by the bench?
From what I can hear, there's a bit of frustration going on. They are not happy that previous icing call was made. They said that at first it looked like an icing call, but it said that somebody tipped the puck, and it should have been, but the call was made. So there's a sense of frustration over here by the Middle Tennessee State bench. They did not like that, and they want to get back in this game as soon as they can.
And down 3-2 after the latest goal. Look out, there's a hurt Blue Raider in the far corner.
Weitzman going on that. Dangerous play. That's going to be a penalty. Schenk is out. The trainer going out right away. He is down. He is in some pain. Don't want to see that. I know UCF had a very serious injury.
You can hear some disgruntled Middle Tennessee State fans below us.
But they made the call. There's nothing the referee can do at that point. Just make the call. They're going to talk about it and see now what the penalty is going to be. But that was a defenseless player against the boards who just absolutely got railed. It's good to see him get up. Certainly don't want to see an injury. Play as hard as you want, hit as hard as you want. You just got to keep it clean.
Jacob Schenk, Nashville product.
Coach Murray's always talking about the 3-game philosophy, right? First game, tie. Second game right now, you're down 1, but you're obviously in it. I think they just keep doing what they're doing, but I'm going to consistently watch that turn and dump. You saw 3 guys going hard. They're going to try to cause a turnover or an errant pass and take a shot and come right back in on inch. We'll see. So they called charging, 5-minute major.
And that was the discussion. Do you give them boarding, roughing, Weitzman charging? 5-minute major power play.
Great job.
20 to go in the second.
Sorry about that. Great job by the officials, guys, to get that call right. They talked about it. Could be a game-changing penalty. I talked about it in the intermission.
Lyndon Palmer to the net. Good stop by Ench. Held in line by the captain, Palmer. Right side, DeMumbrum gave it back to Linden. Siciliano, reset for Palmer. DeMumbrum chased into the far corner. Cowart spun around him. Pushed off defenders. Recovered by Chunchikov. DeMumbrum looks off. Palmer to the net. Now DeMumbrum. Palmer. Left side, Siciliano, one-timer. Stopped by Ench. Siciliano scored a much power play like that yesterday.
Boy, he went from left to right so quick and stopped that. There was net there just taken away by Mr. Ench.
Through defenders. Last man strips DeMumbrum. Siciliano, you compared him to Alex Ovechkin yesterday with that one-timer ability. He posts up just outside of the dots. It's poke check that time. Great play to the ice for Cowart. But Chunchikov gets through all of them. Lyndon Palmer will have to fight at the half wall with Lehrhaupt. Gives it out to DeMumbrum. He's going to back up. 5-minute major. Assessed. Lyndon Palmer. Ench gobbled that one up.
3:29 left in the major penalty. Now this changes the dynamic for the whole period because you're trying to kill off a 5-minute major. Not just a 2-minute minor, but a 5-minute major. The lines are going to change for Coach Walsh. You're going to run a lot of the same guys over and over, and you're putting a lot more pressure on Ench for no reason, for a selfish penalty.
And for fans at home, that is a major because of charging, and it will not end the power play if Middle Tennessee scores. So this is an all-you-can-eat opportunity for them. Down by 1. Brendan Ogle. Outside of defenders. To the end wall. Poke checked. Kneeling. Lima recovers for Suss. Second power play unit out there. This is J.J. Murray's grind line power play. They are rough, but a big hit by Rodriguez. To the ice goes Suss. Racing after it. Back to retrieve. Kieran Ogle fed it ahead. Onside Houst. Looks for options coming. Lander switches places with him. It floated off House stick, and he has to go back and recover once again.
Great play, Ryan Joyce, not once but twice, getting the puck down deep, then diving to get the puck out, and he got off on a line change. Terrific PK there for 15 in red and black.
2:17 to go in the major penalty. Lima bumped off the puck. That leaves an opportunity for Cowart. The half wall sealed by Siciliano. To the middle goes Ogle. From the SeatGeek logo, Siciliano around the horn. Palmer catches it on the opposite wing. Chunchikov, nice movement. Power play 1 back out there. Getting deeper is Brendan Ogle. Outside, Cowart, another steal. Chunchikov tries to free it up from 22 in black. Put it up the boards. Lyndon Palmer, the captain, slides it for Chunchikov in the trapezoid. Siciliano will get it. Look up. There's Palmer. Right side, DeMumbrum in the middle for Palmer. And floated off for the quick tip-in. Siciliano for Palmer on the recovery. 1:28 left in the man advantage. Ogle.
They're gassed.
Tampa trying to pack the house and went off the stick of a defender. Siciliano wide. Recovered, Middle Tennessee State. Siciliano to the net. Ench has it.
Ench is absolutely in fuego for this Spartans team. That was a shot that was bouncing through people, and it took a short bounce right on front of him. He was right there, covered up. No rebound, Deb. 0.
Ench went to Seton Hall Prep High School. He had really good numbers out there and played a little bit of time in the USPHL and AA. He is just what they needed. Eddie Zane went up to the men's Division II team as Kyle Meyer suffered an injury last night in their win over Florida. Zane might have to be the guy the M2 team goes with in the Nationals. Hopefully, Kyle Meyer is okay. But 55 to go in this man advantage. Here's Brendan Ogle, first scorer of this game. Chunchikov kept to the outside. Watched by Kneeling. Reverses Fields. Up to DeMumbrum. Once more, they want to get somebody in the middle. Palmer is there at the center point. DeMumbrum deeper, trying to get it to Chunchikov. Siciliano plays it off the boards to the captain. Siciliano wants a one-timer and a great glove stop through traffic.
Man, Ench is just killing it. He is stopping everything. He's seeing everything. It looks like a beach ball on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Great play. Chunchikov right in front. Big, strong power forward. Hard to get out of the way. A ripping shot from Siciliano. Glove save like it's nothing with 27 seconds left.
This has been a masterful job by their netminder and helping out some tired bodies for Tampa. Here's Ogle to the net. Stick save by Ench.
Diving
Puck on
clear.
Ench. Flown out of the zone. Off the back of the glass. Williams didn't know where it went. It was in the back of the netting. And nearly seeing that was kneeling. 6 seconds left until Weitzman's out of the box. Into the air. Tampa has killed off the 5-minute major penalty. Palmer, though, gets the puck to the slot, to the net. Rebound given up, wide of goal. Palmer, one more try, tried to hem, and who else? Trace Coward off his skate. 8 minutes to go in the second. Winner to the College Hockey South final tomorrow. Lyndon Palmer with Alexander Valencia. They battle. Weitzman out of the box, goes to the bench. Be replaced by Brendan Sickles. Valencia looks at his defenders. Palmer is there. Lavulo put it back into the zone where it was Thompson taking a check. Palmer moves up ice. Once housed, missed him, and Ench slows the puck down for kneeling in black. Tampa tries to get north to south. Turning away, J.J. Landers, pesky. He'll slide it to Lavulo out of Buffalo, New York. Slapped in by Valencia. Blue Raiders Placentia jammed up. Hoffberg. Yesnak watches them. Kneeling comes away with it. He'll hand it off to Sickles. Better play by Yesnak. Finds it across ice to Houst. Wanted Landers. They're onside. Landers! Last man with the poke wide.
Diving play, laying it on the line, just missed.
Lima from the glass, had in the middle, Yesnak. Too strong for him. Kneeling. Landers. Pressed by 2 men. Lavulo. Landers gets back to his feet. He's had a tired shift, been flying around the ice. Kneeling from the boards, also been out there a while. Knocked to the ice. Yesnak. Lavulo catches in a race. Hoffberg has Lima and handed it off to Ratliff and out to neutral ice. Papanetti has room. Driving to the net. Backhanded it to the opposite Harrington. And he'll take that all day, but it's going to be iced.
Waved off.
Never mind. Williams doesn't know why. Hawkins gives it for Papanetti once more. Boxed up by Rodriguez in front. They tried to get it for Razor Rogers. Gelman outside. Sharpengo try. Williams in and out of his hands. Banked off the boards. Rodriguez one more try. Off the chest protector. Into the hand for Rogers. Hawkins denied. Tampa. Sort of a momentum switcher right here, Lewis.
This
off
is
the 5-minute major.
absolutely. They survived it. They're playing for their season, and they're diving, doing everything they can to protect their 1-goal lead.
Cam Hawkins sitting on top of him is McMillan. Cowart flies it out to neutral ice. Lima gets it away. Hawkins meets it. Ench has pressure coming from Siciliano. We'll do a face-off in Tampa's zone.
We played 15 minutes. One bad play, the 5-minute penalty. Every other play, to me, for the Tampa Spartans and this MTSU Blue Raiders, guys, has been the right play. When to clear it, go across, take the shot, throw it up in the air right here just to relieve the pressure. You're seeing such a high level of hockey. I hope they're appreciating it at home here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel.
And you know, when we look up and down both lineups, you see AAA products, USPHL Premier guys, maybe even NCAA Division III players. Both teams have that. They're well coached, and by golly, do both want to go to St. Louis. Tampa, as you mentioned, number 19, they're fighting for their lives. They have to win this game potentially to get in. They had an overtime victory over South Carolina to get to this point. Suss is back for Middle Tennessee State. He gets away from pursuing Weitzman. Once more, puck bouncing everywhere in the Middle Tennessee State zone, but it's ultimately handled by Palmer with speed. Left wing, confident stop by Ench. Out outside in the middle, calling for it was Beechler. And who else getting in front of that? Owen Considine has been great defensively, number 23 in black.
Now we got the icing call that MTSU was looking for earlier. But sticks across the passing lanes, everybody in position, nobody getting caught. That man number 1 right there, absolutely terrific in net for Coach Walsh's Spartans. 4 minutes left, 3-2 Tampa. This is an epic game. It's going to be an epic finish.
Siciliano to dig in for it. And you know what has been epic finishes all day today in M3 here.
Yep.
UCF prevented Kennesaw State from finishing a 4-goal comeback for the 7th place game. Women's.
Exactly, the
We
women's.
had, oh my gosh, Florida almost shocked the world. 3-on-2 for the Blue Raiders. Lyndon Palmer, Chunchikov down the middle, finds a man just wide from Suss. I don't know if Suss was in the right position there, Lewis.
No, that was definitely an opportunity the Raiders would love to have back. They just missed on it.
In front, bouncing puck, slides to an open Kneeling. Wants to put it back deeper. It's gloved down by Aiden Suss out of Nashville. Many homegrown guys, if you mentioned. He's a former product of the Red River Spartans, one of the few young guys we can talk about on this Middle Tennessee State team.
Right.
Average age is around 24 to 25.
JJ went with the Signetti plan.
I believe you said yesterday, too, look how it worked out. National championship for Indiana. Here's a chance. Williams doesn't know where the puck is. He's swimming down and falls on top of the blue rubber.
Holy cow. What a terrific play. Kieran Thompson going wide, way wide, and he turns. Here's the key, though. He went so wide, but he's still got the puck on net. If he shoots it and it goes wide of the net, it could be a lopsided number coming out the other side, but he nearly scores on a tough angle.
Kieran Thompson is the one that shot it. He has made life tough among Trace Cowart, Constantino. Brendan Sickles, number 92. He's got a goal in this game, the latest, and the only of the second. Anthony Banis from Middle Tennessee State. Slapped by Rodriguez. Banis crosses ice to Kieran Olgel. DeMumbrum in the middle. Olgel floated off his stick, got it back for DeMumbrum. They'll start the offense, though. Switching places in the cycle. Sickles stepped into DeMumbrum. And even numbers coming back. Thompson. Stick lifted by Schenk. Good to see that number 6 in white after getting the charging call. He got slammed to the boards and went back to the bench slowly. It's been a relatively banged up team for Middle Tennessee State this year. J.J. Murray expressed that emphatically earlier this week. DeMumbrum, Schenk, wanted a lane to the net. It was wide of the near post, out front.
Great stick in front by Kneeling again.
Kneeling is number 2 in black, been all over the ice too. He shoots from just about anywhere like that time, but Grant Williams was ready.
You went from an opportunity scoring down on this end, just with the stick in the right place that you're taught from when you're a mite, comes back the other way, get a shot on goal, and now you got a face-off in the offensive end. Minute 23 left.
I can tell you're enjoying this play a lot, Lewis.
Oh.
It's nice when hockey is played the way it should be by two really quality squads. Not a lot of calls, only when they're necessary.
Exactly, when it's required.
The Spartans wanting another. This time is with a minute left in this second period. Dancing away is Cowart. One of the College Hockey South All-Stars to Europe. Blue Raider on top of a Tampa player, Hoffberg. Lima is in the middle. There's a long shot. Lima's in front. Kneeling boxed him out. And he's got a headman for Hoffberg. Just missed him. It'll be a race for icing, and they give it to Placentia.
Now the Tampa faithful unhappy about that. 47.3 seconds left. This game is so fast. It's so close. Everything is riding on one play right now. Huge momentum swing. You wouldn't think it's going to end 3-2, right? I don't think your FanDuel friends are going to say it's going to end at 3-2. So every play critical.
That would be quite the sight. Goaltending has been superb. Chunchikov deeper to Siciliano. 37 to play in the period. Into the air. Chunchikov plays it. Cowart negates him. Siciliano takes a bump. Behind the goal, out in front, a chance to shoot! Blocked by Cowart. Hoffberg takes over. Getting out is Gelman. He'll race around a defender. Suss is the man in his way. Siciliano, a ripper, right to Cowart. 12 to play, calling for Rodriguez to the net. Blocked down. Another try by Rodriguez through traffic. Another block. Siciliano, a headman. 3 seconds to the net. Palmer! Saved by Edge! As time expires. Wow!
Save of the season. Look, the whole Tampa bench going out there. And even the Palmers themselves clapping. What a phenomenal period. This has been just exceptional. Absolutely exceptional.
Cam Sharilla, I need to know what is going on down there.
Look at that.
By the bench. That's incredible. Absolute fireworks. Luke Ench with the save of the game so far on a breakout for Lyndon Palmer. And Cam is on the Middle Tennessee State bench side. We got to hear about this play. Such a quality second period, Cam. Still getting set up. Cam Sharilla.
You got the next game?
Hey guys. Hey guys, Cam Sharilla here with Aiden Kopech of Middle Tennessee State. Kopech, you guys have been playing a really good game. You Tampa striking really early, but you guys have held your own. What's it going to take for you guys to finish off this game? I know that your head coach, JJ Murray, has mentioned each period being their own individual game, winning the first, second, and third. With 1 period left, how are you guys going to close it out?
Yeah, we just got to stay true to our game. We're getting off course here a little bit, honestly. There's not a doubt in the locker room right now. We're just going to get shots on that, rebounds. We're going to get gritty with it. That's how we're going to win the game. Stay gritty, dirty goals.
Thank you, Aiden. Good luck. All right, guys, that was Kopech. Back to you.
Yeah, Aiden Kopech, Lewis. So interesting, you just said right there we're maybe a step off. I mean, from your eyes, is Middle Tennessee letting Tampa do that to them, or did we just see a great back and forth hockey?
I think we just saw a great back and forth hockey. It's desperation time for the Spartans, right? But if I'm JJ, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like to see Middle Tennessee take a couple of more shots when Chunchikov is out there. Because every time he's out there, Devin, he drives the net hard. He goes right to the net. He's got a stick down. They had an opportunity about 1.5 minutes left in that period. They tried making that one pass, throw it, force Ench to either make the save or a pad pass, and then give Chunch a chance to do it. You could not have asked for a better semifinal. This is top level across the board, and you're killing it on the mic.
Likewise, the great Louis DiPaolo, and we've got fireworks. 20 minutes left to decide who will move on to the College Hockey South M3 final. You're watching from Coral Springs, the Panthers IceDen on College Hockey South YouTube, presented by Visit Fort Lauderdale. Third period awaits us in the College Hockey South Men's Division III semifinal. Number 1 seed, Middle Tennessee, down 3-2. The number 5 seed, Tampa Spartans. Tampa at number 19 in the country with a win in this game, we presume, would jump up enough spots to enter the top 16 that will go to the national tournament in St. Louis, March 18th through the 22nd. Get your tickets now at achahockey.org. Middle Tennessee fans, you guys are guaranteed an at-large bid, number 2 in the country. And you can also watch that live on Flow Hockey. Subscribe now, $30 a month for a subscription. Devin Sarah going to be joined by Louis DiPaolo in just a few moments. But fireworks at the end of the period. A last-second save, literally, by Luke Ench on a breakaway for Captain Lyndon Palmer. Keeps this at a 3-2 advantage. The only goal scorer of the second frame was Brendan Sickles. On a nice feed, alternate assist went to Owen Considine. Goals today for Tampa Spartans from Eric Lehrhaupt, started by Tyler Hoffberg, answered by Middle Tennessee State's Tommy Chunchikov unassisted on the power play back in the first, and then Brennan Ogle from his brother Kieran cashed in early first. Here we go, 20 minutes to decide who's going to the final to meet the winner of Florida Gulf Coast and South Florida. Spartans will go from right to left in their black sweaters, Middle Tennessee State in their white and blue. Slight delay as a conversation goes for Jack Walsh to head official. Opposite JJ Murray will also be explained something. A great officiating crew. Our producer Mitch Liswith, cameraman Ethan Nalvin, and our great volunteer Florida Atlantic staff on hand. Big thanks to Commissioner Kyle Now, Danny Bohm, Assistant Commissioner Savannah Prefontaine does a great job on the women's side of things. Tampa had an electric 4-3 come from behind win against Florida earlier to advance to the final. Alabama, last we checked, was with USC in the third period and the women's bracket. But here we go from center ice. Siciliano against Harrington. 20 minutes to decide a champion. Look out. That is a dangerous hit. Coward just went through the bench door of Middle Tennessee stateside. As Louis DiPaolo rejoins Louis. That is a scary sight to see. You never want to see that, but Coward, thank goodness he's okay.
He went right through the door. You think this game means something?
You know, there's a saying that somebody once told me, a wise man, and Louis, I think you know what I mean.
I'll tell you what. The intermission speech, wouldn't you have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that locker room of either team?
Overskating the puck was the Blue Raiders. Justin Beechler. Lyndon Palmer finds it behind his legs. Handled by Chunchikov. Siciliano. Stick to tape. Taken away by Cowart. Reverses. Takes his own shot. Low pad stop. Sprayed to the near boards by Williams. In goal for Middle Tennessee State. Locked in. DeMumbrum. Siciliano from the far boards. Negated. And down the ice it goes. It's icing called against Tampa. And Eric Lehrhaupt has possibly an argument here.
Yeah, he does. And the linesman said, hey, my fault. He just told them right now they're coming right back to center. He understands. My bad. He owned up to it, no problem. Got a couple of parents I talked to on the intermission. One of them, the Palmers, right here. I said, hey, I saw you standing and clapping at the end of that period. He said, that was a phenomenal save. And that was against his son and his team. And he loves the game enough, the parents, to just said, hey, that was a phenomenal save. Class act there.
I love how clean the puck is the last minutes. Of course, we had that 5-minute major that the Tampa Spartans killed off. It was on Weitzman. And luckily, Jacob Schenk, who was injured for a moment, got back to the bench and is now ready to play. And this guy is also ready to play through the middle. Kieran Ogle finding his brother Brendan. Hooked on the play. This is going to be a Tampa power play. Owen Considine prevented from driving in.
You know, there's some penalties that are good. There's some that are bad. The bad we just saw, that 5-minute. That one, you probably had to because you got beat inside. You didn't want to give up a 2-on-1. But now you're going to have a power play for this Spartan team. They have been all over the ice. Their season, nationals, everything on the line for these guys.
Tampa's only had one power play in this game.
And they scored on it.
Mm-hmm. Back in the first. Off the draw. One with the speed. Pursuit by Valencia. Up the boards and out. Siciliano shorthanded. Has Chunchakov coming. He'll take the wrister himself. Off the protector of Ench in goal. Slides to an open area for Jake Kneeling. The defenseman will carry it himself on side. Parks the brakes. Siciliano takes him up. Kneeling fights through it. Hoffberg in the middle. Sliding puck. Chunchakov rifled out of the zone.
He made a great move on the boards, Devin. I'd have loved to see him take that shot instead of keep trying to come to the middle. That's Kneeling with the puck again.
Number 2 in black. Sort of been their puck carrier defensively. DeMumbrum fights through bodies to the net. Stopped by Ench. And DeMumbrum takes a hard spill into the near boards.
That puck was right on target. Ench with the save. I'll tell you what, you look at number 11, Alan Weitzman from Madison, Massachusetts. He is extremely physical for Coach Walsh's Spartans. He doesn't care whether they're even strength, shorthanded. He'll hit you anywhere on the ice.
And Weitzman having a career year, 18 points, 10 goals. He only had 7 points all of last year through 12 games with this squad, averaged over a point per game. That's a high clip for a young guy for Jack Walsh's squad. Minutes ago in Tampa's second power play, trying to stay perfect. Reagan Lyon gets around Beechler. Can't the second time. He stood up to the outside. Smushed in the far wing was Gelman. Recovered by Sickles for a quick shot. Not enough smoke on it for Lyon. Out of neutral zone, went all the way down to Ench.
You got Beechler.
Whoa, look out. Oh my goodness. Almost backhanded in by Ogle. Lewis, sorry.
No, my bad. I apologize. Beechler trying to get Sickles off the ice. He's banging on him behind the play.
You have to keep your head on a swivel. Blue Raiders can strike like lightning. They almost just did right there, shorthanded. 16:33 left in the third. Out of the box will come Banis for the hooking call. And 1 for 2 goes the Spartans tonight. Right side, they enter the zone anyway with the time in front. Wanting to look for Considine, who has an assist on the latest goal back in the second period on Sickles. Coward, rather Lyon from the point. Taken away by Landers. Here's a break. 3-on-1 for the Blue Raiders. House in the middle. Left side shot. Glove stop by Luke Ench.
3-on-1. They don't make the pass. House disappointed. He was wide open. Ench went over to that side. If they make the pass, Devin, I think they got a tie game.
They don't, and that's another odd man rush that the Blue Raiders don't come away with scoring on.
3-on-1. You got to make at least one pass.
It's a rare sight. There's a try from the point. Schenk put it wide. Ratliff, deeper to Chunchakov. Up top it goes. Deeper, Schenk on the cycle. Kieran Thompson. Tampa gets after it. Siciliano digs it free, but right to a black sweater into Falco. Ratliff put it off his own man. Chunchakov, Lyndon Palmer turnaround. Good stop by Ench. Taking over is Atanasio. Bouncing puck left side. Another one, Siciliano. Up top again, Schenk. Back to the winger. One more try. That rifled wide. Ratliff stood up by DeFalco. And Tampa gets a little break.
What an unbelievable set of stops by Ench.
Racing up ice. To the middle. Stick save. Pops to the near boards. Palmer. Big hits being laid out all over. McMillan wants a call. He's not going to get one. Parking the brakes, Placentia. Turned away. Lima has a lane to shoot if he wants it. Blocked down. Kneeling. Here's a break now with speed. Left side. Thompson. Shot off the goalpost. Brendan Ogle.
Back and forth they go.
With Demumbrum in the middle. White side chance. Back out in front. Open lane. Sickles reverses. Can Thompson get another look? Sickles, he feeds it to him. Backhand. Stopped by Williams.
Are you kidding me? Everybody in this place is standing and clapping. It doesn't matter who you're rooting for. This is just absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal hockey. College Hockey South couldn't be represented better than what you see going on right now.
On the biggest stage, two teams that I think everybody in the country was hoping that we'd get to see. Ranked teams all the way until the penultimate ones. Tampa trying to salvage a berth to nationals. They lost games down the stretch, close ones, but then South Florida beat the brakes off of them. 10-3 loss in one of those games. They were on the back burner. They were jumped by a number of Michigan teams, and now with 14 minutes to go, a win over Middle Tennessee State would put them in the conference final and back in the national picture. Here's Lehrhaupt. Toe drags over the logo into the offensive zone. Kept to the outside by Suss. He's banged down. He looks to the ref. There's nothing there. Reverse hit by Suss. And they're going to get into it behind the play. He's going after him. Lehrhaupt wants a piece of Suss and now gets back into the play, seeing that Yesnak is in front of him.
Fortunately, he calmed down. He was furious.
Considine, nice move. Shot to the net. Grant Williams says no.
Are you kidding me? He splits the defense. He comes in. You knew he was going to go high on that. Williams is like, look at me. I am here. I'm telling you, this game has been phenomenal. You want to sell tickets, Kyle? Make this a series. What do you think? Best of 3, best of 5?
Could easily keep us entertained for a week if it was just these two teams. Tyler Hoffberg, number 86 in black, and terrific in this game with a goal. The first back in the first frame. Here come the Spartans. Turned away, Siciliano. Blue Raiders gather numbers. Saucer to Chunchakov, unsuccessful. Knocked away, Cal Harrington. Far wing, poked off the puck is Gelman. Gets it back from Siciliano. Reversing Hoffberg, gives it to the Blue Raiders. Hooking is Ratliff. And Chunchakov has all kinds of pressure. He's gonna dump and chase it go. Out in front, look for Siciliano. Turned away by Atanasio. Cross ice feed, Gelman catches Hoffberg as the Spartans are changing. That one looked like he might have thought about shotting, but it was deflected out of play.
Yeah, Hoffberg went in all alone. His team was on a line change. I'll tell you what, 12:28 left. You better tell all your friends and family, tune in to this last part of the third period. It's going to be epic, and we may have bonus hockey. My most important player on the ice right now, F3. Whoever F3 is for either team, they got to get back. You cannot get caught and let an odd man rush up. These goaltenders are terrific. The firepower for both teams, just as terrific.
A lot of back and forth rush chances for both sides at the start of this third frame. Demumbrum tips it into the offensive zone. Handling the puck is Brendan Ogle, number 11 in white, to the net. Ench went down to his pads, it never got there. Banged away, Reagan Lyon against Demumbrum. Yoli Lima has it. He'll keep it on side. Deeper, Ogle retrieves. Slides it from the point. Ench fights off that attempt. Brendan recovers. He's smushed by McMillan. Fights through bodies. DeMombrum has Ogle on the doorstep. Defending him well enough was Lavulo. Left side, Reagan Lyon, opposite zone, backhanded, stood up. Great defensive stand by DeMombrum. Catches Ogle. The brothers, Tampa defender fall down. Ench made the stop anyway. Peeney's mask came off. Lewis, maybe that puck caught him up top.
Could be. His mask came off. Obviously an automatic whistle. Unbelievable. A 2-on-1. They make it a 2-on-2. And then you see the Tampa defender fall down. Ogle not able to take advantage of that. These guys are gassed. Both teams, 11:29 left.
You said this game would come down to one mistake. That was nearly the mistake and break that Middle Tennessee needed. They don't take advantage of it. We get a draw to the right of Luke Ench, who is recollecting himself after the strap came undone. Goaltenders will signal that. They do that immediately to get the officials' whistle. Rodriguez flipped out, glove down, Suss, all kinds of pressure on top of him. Spartans try to take the puck away with Kieran Thompson. He's pressed by Lyndon Palmer, the captain for the Blue Raiders. Caught by House on this near wing. Finishing the check was Sickles. Beechler dances past Thompson over the Panthers logo from the point. That one rifled off the end glass. Another try off the outside of the goal. Taking over. Hands it off. Beechler in hot pursuit. House steps into one. Gobbled up by Ench.
Beechler, big physical defenseman for Coach J.J. Murray. He gets the puck deep. He's showed his skills right there. Got the puck on net, not once, not twice. And now they're going to have a face-off in the offensive end, and they put the big boys out there.
If you're wondering elsewhere around the country what's going on, number 4 Oakland taking on number 1 Calvin in the Michigan Collegiate Hockey Conference Final from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hopefully out there our good friend Lou Gamlin catching this one in the intermission. That is one of those teams that the Blue Raiders could see in the national tournament if they want to secure their first title in program history. Chunchakov with Palmer. Siciliano ripped one high of goal. Coward on the opposite wing. Into the hands of Ratliff through the center zone. It was touched by Chunchakov. That puts it deeper into the Tampa zone. But right back, Banis has to hook and send it in again. Ench keeps play alive. Handled by Atanasio, 26 in black from Middletown, New Jersey. The sophomore gives it to another one in Gelman. Hofberg, deeper. Ratliff shadows him. Gelman kneeling onside through traffic. That just ripped wide. A.J. Lavulo. Siciliano in hot pursuit of Weitzman. Palmer, the trailing forward. Sent in by Ogle. Kieran that time. Siciliano. Ogle blocked his own lane to the net. 2 Spartans jam in the near corner for the puck. Now coming in to help is Ogle. A tie-up ensues. Up the wall it goes. Placentia stands it firm. Gritty play from the Blue Raiders. Calling for it. One-timer! Wide of the shot. Ogle, the opposite brother. Brendan and Kieran. Spartans are caught out there for a while, Lewis.
I'll tell you what, they are struggling to get the puck out of their own end.
They can't find it. Lavulo held on the opposite wing. Lima wants the puck. He's still calling for it. Ogle doesn't give it. Near side. Thought he was going to go there. He didn't. Lima still wants the puck. They want to cycle it. DeMumbrum behind the goal. Lavulo. All kinds of pressure the last minute and a half. Back out in front. Nobody home. Placentia at the far wing. Calling for it. Through a number of bodies. And the Spartans are out.
They're hopped on that one. We're good. Able to clear it. Tampa, a much-needed line change. That was a forever shift.
The outside, stuffed by Ench. And if you're Middle Tennessee right now, what is preventing them from getting quality chances?
You know, I think the hustle of this Tampa Spartans team, they're willing to play physical. They're keeping them out. I was going to tell you earlier on that, before that thing got cycled in, the puck went into the Tampa end and the offensive end, and when the shot went out, Weitzman already came back because they're anticipating that this north-south team is going to come right down on them. And that puck goes back into the scorer's table. But I think they're doing a really good job of making sure that there's the only odd man rush right now was when, who was it? Was it Kneeling that tripped when he was coming back, right?
And that odd man rush, you think about with time dwindling down, they haven't gotten as many looks like that. Tampa just escaped a fire right there. Back in the house. They get a fresh line out there against Siciliano on the draw. It's met by Tyler Hoffberg in black. Siciliano helped by Chunchikov. Digging it is Cowards. To the net it goes. Ench, the last stand, made it in the blue crease. Hoffberg has two men to get through. Beechler, physical defenseman out of Cleveland, Ohio. Now they're going to say it went out of play from the Middle Tennessee State bench.
To me, a little biased here being a Philadelphia Flyer guy, right? I love the big, strong power forwards. Chunchikov is like that. He's got to have some kind of say in this. He's going to keep driving the net, and then that may open an opportunity for him on a rebound or Siciliano on an open net.
Blue Raiders known for their size and their elderly experience. They are one of the oldest teams in men's Division III, average age of around 24 to 25 years old. A lot of grad students, but talented. Number 2 in the country. 7:30 to go. Here's Siciliano. Great poke check by the Spartans. Atanasio. Catching up to it is Harrington. 50-50 play on the near wing. Lyon. Palmer. Siciliano in the middle, crosses field. Palmer has a lane to shoot over top of the goal. It bounced right out in front. There was nothing but black sweaters there, but Atanasio put out a play, so there will be a face-off in Tampa's zone.
7:08 left. The tension's building. My reflux is getting worse by the minute. I'm telling you, you're going to watch this game over and over and over. It's a game for the ages. Semifinal 1, M3 College Hockey South. The trophy on the line.
There's no place for a nervous person. Spartans, their season all but on the line. Middle Tennessee State looking for back-to-back conference titles. Last year did it as an AAU Men's Division II team. But ACHA Men's Division III, just as good in that equivalent. Ratliff held it onside. Kieran Ogle is back there. Brendan was negated, turned away. Dan Gallant caught Reagan Lyon. Nice toe drag. Try to get it in front. Williams saw it the whole way as DeFalco bared down on him.
Yeah, Lou DeFalco right there in front. Toe drag by Reagan Lyon, and he gets the puck to the net. Team's going to change. You're going to shorten your lines now. You're going to get your best guys out. For Tampa, you're going to make sure you get the puck deep. When you get to the blue line, it's got to get in, and it's got to get in deep, without a doubt. And then JJ will shorten his lines. He's got tons of firepower, and he's going to start throwing pucks at the net, looking for a loose one.
JJ Murray puts his top line out there from the point. That's blocked by Palmer. Low slot. Held in. Sickles looking to go to the front of the net. Turned away by Landers. With room. The captain, Lyndon Palmer. Yuli Lima couldn't handle a bouncing puck. Kieran Thompson shoulders out. Another box door opens. Palmer pushed in Thompson, and that stopped play. And Cowart, Atanasio are taking exception to something Yuli Lima said.
That's not once, that's twice. Checks into the door, and the door comes open.
I don't know about you, Lewis. I know it's a playoff game, but these teams look like rivals.
Oh.
Might as well be fighting for the same real estate at the top of the College Hockey South Mountain. One of the best up-and-coming conferences in the nation. Led by Kyle Nell, Danny Bowman, a Great staff, Savannah Prefontaine. Such a great tournament. Day 3, Saturday, from the Panthers IceDen in Coral Springs, Florida. Here's a shot to the net. Rebound given up. Unable to get the follow through was Chunchikov. He's stripped by Cowart. Up the boards for Hofberg. Fed it across. Gelman on the opposite attack. Lane to shoot to the net. Sticked aside by Williams. He takes a trip. There's a delayed penalty coming up here on Tampa when they touch.
Wow. 5:31 left. They're going to put Hofberg in. Peter Flores putting Hofberg in. Oh, no. Is he Hofberg or Gelman? Gelman. Hofberg was talking to him. My bad. So they're going to have, we'll see if he's going to call a timeout right now. Down 1, 5:31. Do you call a timeout now or do you wait?
You're asking me. I mean, power play coming up, 5:31. Unless you tie it.
He's got enough time to talk right now
Yeah,
because
right.
they're taking forever. I'd save it.
Alternate captains are getting an explanation. Nick McMillan is there. Gelman just wants to know more of it.
Great job by JJ. He said, the referee came over and said, did you call timeout? He said no. But the Tampa players talking to Pete is effectively giving JJ a timeout.
And it's actually going to be the Spartans' Cal Harrington to the box. 5:31 to go. Middle Tennessee State down by 1. Their goals from Brendan Ogle today and Tommy Chunchikov.
Interference.
Middle Tennessee State to their 3rd man advantage. They win the draw. Lyndon Palmer has it. Fed it. DeMumbrum back to Palmer. DeMumbrum looking for a lane. Palmer with open ice. Tampa defends the house. Siciliano walks to the middle, rifles one for a rebound, but it's rifled out by McMillan.
Wow, great stop and a clear. He's got to make that initial stop. Everything's got to be hard and out.
Forces the Blue Raiders to break it out. Lyndon Palmer goes cross ice. They get inside the zone. Chunchikov looks off defender. Siciliano. Palmer has it in the middle. Lots of traffic. Chunchikov in front of the net. Now it gets away. DeMumbrum reverses field. Chunchikov with a shot. That's fought off by Ench once more.
Had this corner, just missed it.
Siciliano. Conversation. Still power play number 1 out there. And there's too many men.
Too many men,
and Tennessee State is caught. And they're going to take a penalty. Wow. Lewis, they put Jacob Schenk on the ice.
I saw him. I was like, there's too many men coming. He jumped. They got busted. Huge mistake by this Middle Tennessee team. Obviously not something they want to do. So Shank's going to go in. 53 seconds left. Then you're going to have an abbreviated power play. However, you're going to play 4-on-4. So JJ will calm them down. You still have some serious talent they can run on this Middle Tennessee team.
Who does the 4-on-4 benefit more?
I don't, like, this game is so close. I don't know. Like, to me, a guy like Siciliano, you get him the puck, as soon as he gets a breather, I'd throw him up front.
We're going to draw. 1 by the Blue Raiders. 50 seconds of 4-on-4 before Cal Harrington gets out of the box. He's stripped. Here's Tyler Hofberg. Dances to the outside from Lima. Shadowed out in front. A lone Spartan. Williams is down. Lost his stick. He has time to grab it if he wants, because Brendan Ogle will softly skate over his own blue line.
Gelman all alone.
Here comes Yoli Lima to the outside. Sharp angle follow-up off the outside. That was nearly put home. Look out, jailbreak. Hofberg to the net, scores! 4-2. go.
Hofberg, he had the overtime winner last night to put them in this position, and now he may have just put the dagger in Middle Tennessee. But you know what was really important? While all that was going on, Considine was over here telling his bench, calm down. I was sitting there, he told them all, calm down, not over yet. You gotta play 3:43 left. You gotta finish out. It's gotta be a 60-minute game. You've played your heart out to this point. You gotta continue, and you gotta finish the job right now. As Palmer behind his own net coming out.
There was no bigger stage for Tyler Hofberg, the leading scorer for this Spartan group. Gets it done. Second of the night, and still on the power play will be Tampa. Moving through defenders. 3:20 to go. Tampa trying to knock off the #2 team in the country and go to the final. In the middle, chance! Fought off by Williams.
Wow. That would have absolutely been it. What a beautiful play. Williams hasn't given up yet. This MTSU team hasn't given up yet. A terrific play. Owen Considine, I was just talking about him on what a great job he did calming the bench down, and he nearly sealed the deal right there if Hofberg already hasn't.
A lot of nervous Middle Tennessee State fans. Matt Siciliano has something to say about it. Left wing, he's gonna drive to the net, put the backhand wide. Taking over Considine. Backs it up, we're kneeling, calmly gets away. Coward, Siciliano is pressing. 25 to go in the man advantage for Tampa. That was a 4-on-4 even strength goal by Hofberg. The top of the stanchion. They dig away in the Blue Raider zone. To the middle, backhand wide of shot. Considine all over, laying the lumber. Reagan Lyon collides with Nick Houst. Power play is over. We'll let you know when Williams goes.
Yeah, 2:20 left. We'll see when he comes out. They still have this timeout. Remember, they didn't need to take it earlier.
Blue Raiders have struck quickly before. They had 2 goals within 2 minutes of each other against UCF. But they need it now. Playoff on the line. Nice intercept by Yuli Lima at center. There goes Grant Williams, 6-on-5. DeMumbrum to the offensive zone. Turned around by Atanasio. Placentia will have to go all the way back to his own zone. And a reset for Middle Tennessee State. Ogle up ahead. Lima crosses field. Puts it deeper into the hands of Atanasio. He wants to flip it to center ice. There's a Tampa forward ahead of the defenders. They jam away. Lima has to get away. He's pinned up along the boards. Battle for it. Won by the Spartans for the empty net. They score! And that will do it. Ryan Joyce. 5-2. And the Spartans have a date with the final.
Unbelievable. He waited. He took a high shot on purpose. He could have put that on the ice. He wanted to drive that dagger in, not once, not twice, but he wanted to make sure all 4 corners were in there. And he pops the Gatorade bottle out. 1:22 left.
What a job for the forward. 4th different goal scorer tonight. And the Spartans took it to Middle Tennessee State. They got the lead back after the Blue Raiders scored very early. Hofberg with 2.
Hofberg is going to be our guest.
Deservedly our guest and perhaps the player of the game. Coward, under a minute to go. Spartans have time to just flip it into the offensive zone. They're going to go back to the College Hockey South final. We will have a new champion in this conference. Middle Tennessee State was looking to go back-to-back. They were the heavy favorites entering this field. The Spartans, after a dramatic overtime win against South Carolina last night, came to the stadium side. Landers is now getting into it. McMillan got to be careful here, both teams, and they're going to send both guys off.
Yeah, great job by the officials. No need for that right now. Just stay calm, especially for Tampa. You want to be able to play tomorrow. You need your whole bench.
If you're Middle Tennessee State, you got to go to nationals now. Not with the momentum, but this will be a learning experience for J.J. Murray's staff.
Well, it was a great game. It was a one-goal game. It was tied, right? Then it was a one-goal game, but we'll talk about it after on the wrap. Cam, when you... So Cam is talking to the backup goaltender right now. We're going to skate 5 aside, right?
Seems like we should.
Yeah, face-off. Minervini's got the face-off on the far dot.
Florida Gulf Coast and USF is coming up after this.
Winner of that game could be the Battle of the Bay.
How fitting. Tampa was trounced by USF a number of weeks ago. Swept with Grant Dietz, Player of the Year, a number of all-conference players on both of these sides. A great game this was, but Jack Walsh got his boys ready. 2 goals from Tyler Hoffberg, and one final little skirmish. Hawkins told to get away. Trace Cower with a smile. And they'll say goodbye to the Blue Raiders and Cam Hawkins, who are forced to go out. It's a bitter end for Middle Tennessee State. The number 5 seed will have in this final Hawkins.
I'll tell you what,
as well.
If we could get 2 player interviews, Cam, you got to get Ench in there. He was phenomenal. Kudos to the coaching staff, and we'll go into that in the last 5.7 seconds. But let's let these Tampa fans enjoy this terrific moment for the program.
And Nick Kuzlik, M2 coach, watching this squad about to play FAU for the M2 championship. And his friends at the M3 side have done it. They've knocked off the number 2 team in the nation. The Spartans are going to the conference final. And more players are going to get sent off from both sides. Beachler raising up the crowd. And that should just about do this.
I'll tell you what, when you start talking about the rankings, huge, huge win for the Spartans team. And there they go, let them celebrate.
Luke Ench's Swarms. Tampa is in the final for the conference title.
They absolutely, blood, sweat, and tears it took to win this game. They were phenomenal. Every man played to their best ability. Complete, unselfish team effort. One selfish play, they survived it. That's how good a team they are. And you know what they did well? We know what Walsh and his staff did the best to me? They slowed that north-south game down. They forced them to try to play slower, try to make those cross-ice passes. They had so many sticks, offensive zone, defensive zone, neutral ice. They just made life way difficult for this MTSU team. You see the respect there, the handshakes, lots of hugs from JJ. You couldn't ask for a better game or a better play-by-play guy.
Well, thank you, Lewis, and great job by you as well. And still work to do. You've got an M2 final coming up with Florida Atlantic and these Tampa Spartans, the M2 side of things. And Jack Walsh's crew beats the number 2 team in the country. With that win, they're going to get a rankings boost that may just put them in the national field regardless of what happens tomorrow. Great efforts. Tyler Hoffberg with 2 goals, and Cam Sharilla is down on the ice with the winning goaltender.
Hi, guys. What's going on? Cameron Shrilly here with starting goaltender for you, Tampa, Luke Ench. Luke, you made some of the best saves of the entire playoffs, and it leads to an upset win over the number 2 team in the country and the number 1 team in the playoffs. How do you feel?
It feels, can't curse. It feels amazing. All the boys, we were ready for this game. We knew we could beat them, and that's what we came out here and did.
It almost seems like you guys are written off in a way, playing in a qualifying game against Embry-Riddle, taking the win over them 5-1, then not only pulling 1 upset against South Carolina, but 2 right now against Middle Tennessee State. There's got to be some celebrations, man. What's your plan for tonight?
Maybe go home, rest up, maybe go out with the boys. We don't know yet. We're just happy. We're happy to be here.
Congratulations, Luke. Well done.
Cam, you got Hofburg
All right, guys, that's
waiting
Luke
for
Ench,
you.
starting goalie for you, Tampa, only allowing 2 goals tonight, and you'll see them tomorrow afternoon playing either the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles or the South Florida Bulls.
Cam,
back up to you guys.
No, you got Hofburg right there, not back up to us. Cam.
Cam Shirla will
Cam.
be joined by Tyler Hofberg in just a moment. There he is now, number 86 with 2 goals in this game. Coming back. There you go, Cam.
All right, guys, I'm back here again with Tyler Hofberg. Hofberg, you played incredible tonight, getting that goal late in the 3rd period. How you feeling right now, man?
Tired and happy. A great man told me yesterday in a very, very close conversation that we come out here to have fun, and that's what we did. We came out, we had fun, showed on the scoreboard with a victory. So we're back at it tomorrow to have more fun.
And tomorrow you guys are in the conference championship playing against either Florida Gulf Coast or your rivals, the USF Ice Bulls. How you feeling going into tomorrow about who you could possibly go against?
You know, we always know what we are coming up against. It's hard to say that you don't. We're gonna come out here, we're gonna play our game, and we're gonna get our get back on the USF Bulls if we can. And if it's with Gulf Coast, it's the first time we're seeing them, and I'm sure that'll be a load of fun as well.
Congratulations, Tyler. Have a great night, all right? Well done. All right, guys, Tyler Hofberg having that great goal, and you, Tampa, playing an overall great game tonight. Congratulations to them. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Cam, and such a wonderful tournament for Tyler Hofberg. He was one of the heroes yesterday against South Carolina. And Lewis, in a game that many people picked Middle Tennessee to win, you talked about some of the slowdown of the north to south to play. Luke Ench stopped 48 of 50 Middle Tennessee shots today. Eddie Zane having to go up to M2. How much does this mean for Ench, knowing that now they have a starting goaltender, potentially, obviously in the final tomorrow, but potentially the national tournament now?
Oh, it's a terrific boost of confidence. Between the coaching staff figuring out how to slow down one of the fastest teams in the country, a team that nobody thought was going to lose here this weekend, and then now you've got your other goaltender got called up. You come in with Ench. He looks phenomenal. He's got 50 shots on him in the biggest game of the year. Your season is on the line, Devin. If they don't win tonight, they're not going to Nationals. Whether we like it or not, they would not have gone. They had not only a close win, but then they racked up a couple of goals at the end. Now that computer's going to see, wow, 5-2 against the number 2 team in the country. Maybe we should reconsider this Tampa Spartans team, and they certainly should, without a doubt.
So to get number 19 in national ranking, but what is known is they will play in the final. And the winner of the South Florida and Florida Gulf Coast game will kick off at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time right here on the College Hockey South YouTube. But for now, we're going to sign this one off. Final shots for Middle Tennessee in this game, 50, Tampa 43. For our producer, Mitch Liswith, our great cameraman, Ethan Nalvin, color commentator, Louis DiPaolo, my name is Devin Serra. Thank you so much for watching this College Hockey South Men's Division III Playoff Semifinal. Tampa wins it. Final score, 5 to the Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders 2. See you tomorrow, and have a great rest of your night.